Has he ever seen northeast snow like this? Has he? No, he hasn't. He hasn't got a clue what that is. Never seen it in his life. Whereas Anthony Gordon will be wearing stringer vests on Saturday night. Yeah. Snow's here. Winter's here. It's bloody freezing. Your head's a bit cold, is it? Mine certainly is, after this fresh fade. Get yourself one of these. TheMagpieChannel.com for our brand new merchandise. You can get yourself one of these lovely beanie hats. They're cheap, they're affordable, they're quality is what they are. Make sure you hit the link in the description, or it may even be in the title underneath where you can hit shop or products. These, it's the 1st of December. These I should get the full stock of them in next week, so they'll be available to deliver from next week or the week after, but you will be able to get them very soon. They're available to buy, but they'll be delivered to you within the next week or two, and then I'll have the full stock in, and they'll be with you within a couple of days. So check them out, support the channel. Hoodies, t-shirts are coming as well. Very, very soon, the next 10 days or so, I'll have stock. We'll have more videos on it then. But you can get yourself a hat now, keep that bonds warm, our winter. Cheers, people. Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome to a snowy St James's Park for tomorrow's preview, the big game against Manchester United, 8 PM here tomorrow night, for what will be a frosty one, but a feisty one, I'm sure, off the pitch and on the pitch as well. I mean, Geordie's going to be out enjoying themselves all day tomorrow. The atmosphere is going to be electric in there tomorrow night, I reckon. It really will be. I think the place will be class, and we'll need it to be to get this injury-ravaged squad over the line against Man United. There's loads of injuries, we know that. Listen, 14, 15 injuries we've got. 3 keepers on the bench, 4 kids from home alone, teenagers all over the place. I mean, Matt Ritchie will come back tomorrow, 39 years old, whatever he is, 52. So Ritchie is the one that can come in. Obviously, he was ineligible for Paris. He wasn't included in the Champions League squad. So the only difference this weekend is you've got your Matt Ritchies, Emil Crafts, who can come in, who, like I said, weren't included in the European squad. So they can play tomorrow. Eddie Howe was asked in his press conference today, is there any other injuries that have came back? He said no. So Lewis Hall as well, who couldn't feature in the win here last week against Chelsea's parent club, he can come back as well for tomorrow night's game against Man United. But apart from that, it's the same 11 that will be starting and playing, you'd think, against Manchester tomorrow. So it's a big ask for these lads. It really is. It really is. I mean, a few days coming back from PSG, getting robbed in the last minute. Every single one of them gave it their all, left everything out on the pitch there in Paris. So gutted for them that they didn't come away with that historic win. We've got to put that behind us now. We've got to focus on the Premier League. That's the next big game. And we've got to beat Manchester United because they are just above us in the league and we can overtake them. I think, I'm just waffling here, I think we can. We're dead close. So we need to close that gap or overtake them, whatever we can. I'm sure we've both been about 6th and 7th and that for most of the season now, the last couple of months. So it's always a huge game against Man United, isn't it? I said on my preview over on Flex's channel, The United View, go make sure you check that out. If you want to see an opposition preview, I thought I'd come down here myself on this one. I did a last minute thing for Flex, but if you want to hear his thoughts on the game, head over to his channel. I said there, I think this is definitely, if not the biggest game of the season for Newcastle in the Premier League at home. For me, because obviously there's no Sunderland, there's no Derby, there's not even any Middlesbrough. And the next best thing for that for me is Manchester United. I think that rivalry that sparks back from the 90s, the Keegan Sir Alex days, the Shearer Roy Keane days, and the Howe Ten Hag days are now fastly approaching. They are here already after February's Carabao Cup final, and obviously what we've seen Eddie Howe say in the Amazon documentary, you know, when Ten Hag was griefing us and our style of play. Eddie Howe said, let's give them a fast game and let's get in their faces. And that worked because last year we beat them 2-0. So it's two Uniteds going head to head who are competing for that top 4. Man United, just like Newcastle United, played in Europe during the week. They were away to Galatasaray in Turkey and they threw away a 2-goal lead. And that's the thing with Man United. Onana, how's he going to get on? Because that could be the game changer for us. I mean, he's done quite well in the Premier League lately. They've won, I think, 5 of the last 6, Man United. You know, they've been on a good run of form, but they've had favourable fixtures. And then you've got Onana, who is obviously more than capable of a massive calamity. He really is. So it seems to be like he's rather spot on or loads of mistakes in one game. Hopefully it's the latter for the two. And Newcastle have got to shoot on sight tomorrow. Shoot on sight. Go for it. I'm telling you, I want to see Miley banging him in from outside the box like he nearly did against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in the final game of last season. I want to see Joelinton, I want to see Isak, Gordon, I want to see them all firing them at Onana. Trippier free kicks, corners, get in his face, We'll obviously make life difficult for Onana, get on his back, because he likes to try and wind up and get involved in the crowd. He is a character, and he's a dodgy keeper. Listen, he is, let's say it how it is, he is a dodgy keeper, so let's try and force him into errors. He's prone to many mistakes. I mean, against Galatasaray the other night, that was horrendous goalkeeping. The 2 goals he conceded and making Hakim Ziyech look like Lionel Messi, we need to get on that, and we need to take advantage of that. So that could be the key. And honestly, in this game, I think it could be a classic. I think either way, it could be both teams are tired after Europe, both teams have got injuries. It could be a 0-0 or a 1-1. Or, on the other hand, I think it could be a good old Premier League Barclays classic, like it has been in the past. Honestly, I think it could be something like a 4-3 to Newcastle. I don't think we'll get beaten this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw, if it was a 1-1 or a 2-2, because to be fair to Man United, they have looked good going forward in recent weeks. I thought they were decent against Everton last weekend, even though Everton should have took their chances and could have taken the lead easily in that game. But Bruno Fernandes is in good form at the minute. Obviously, Garnacho is scoring absolute worldies, and he scored again in the Champions League. So he's one to look out for. But I tell you what, does Garnacho like snow? Has he ever seen northeast snow like this? Has he? No, he hasn't. He hasn't got a clue what that is. Never seen it in his life. Whereas Anthony Gordon will be wearing stringer vests on Saturday night. Yeah, he wouldn't be asked about the snow, will he? Anthony Gordon, mainly. He'll be nappies. You know what I mean? He's not asked about this snow. You know what I mean? Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, all them lot, they don't want to be playing in -4 Newcastle weather. Not a chance. You know what I mean? But we will laugh in the face of it. Joe Litton will be wearing his Calvins. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be asked. He'd be nothing but Calvin Kleins, and he'd be still battling out of everyone. So we can handle it. Can they handle these conditions? Can they handle the atmosphere? I'm still going to back us to get the win. I honestly am. And like I said, even though Man United are in good form, they haven't won away at a Big Six team since Ten Hag took over. Wipe that snow off my hand, it's making us freezing. They haven't won against the top 6 away from home in Ten Hag's reign. So let's hope that's the case again on Saturday night. I'm buzzing for the game, I really am. Make sure you are tuned into the Magpie Channel TV tomorrow and over the weekend for the match day vlog and the match reaction. It's going to be a busy one tomorrow, a long old day for that 8 o'clock wait. But no doubt, even though if it's snowing, if it's whatever the weather, there'll be Toon fans keeping nice and cosy in pubs, sinking a few beers and getting buzzing for this game, and the atmosphere should be brilliant as well. It really should. And I just hope that the lads have got enough left in the tank, because like I said, you know, they left everything on that pitch in Paris. They were superb, and you could see them tearing at the end. I think that's why we conceded, really, because we couldn't make any subs, we couldn't bring any fresh legs on, and that's pretty much probably the case this weekend as well. You know, when you look at who's going to be on the bench, like I said, Richie and that can come in, but again, it'll be majority youngsters. So hopefully, like Chelsea, we can get ourselves into a nice, comfortable position and bring 1 or 2 of them off. But for me, that starting 11 is still more than good enough to get a win here against Man United. We've got to start strong. The atmosphere has got to be on point, which I'm sure it will be. And we've got to take advantage of that. And hopefully, like I said, be in the lead for around the 60th, 70th minute mark. Because I think with 20, 30 minutes to go, we will inevitably tire yet again after all these fixtures. And I think it'll be the same starting 11 for the 3rd or 4th game running now, with young Miley in there, Almiron, Gordon, Isak up top, Bruno, Joelinton joining Miley in midfield, with Trippier, Shaw, Botman, Livramento in defence, and Pope and goal. And Livramento, by the way, he was unreal the other game against PSG at left back, so can't wait to see him again, because he will be coming up against pace. You know, Rashford will be there, Garnacho will be there, Anthony might be there, Højlund, he'll be looking for his first Premier League goal. No doubt he'll get that against the Toon. Let's be confident. No, he won't. No, he won't. And I really hope, you know, like I say, there's something about Man United. I can't stand them, obviously, for ruining our childhood, well, my childhood dreams of, you know, winning trophy. Everyone else's Newcastle United fans' has hopes and dreams in those 90s and early 2000s of Premier Leagues and FA Cups and that. And they want to win everything under Sir Alex Ferguson. And just that bitter rivalry. And it was unbelievable being there at Old Trafford last month for that 3-0 win in the Carabao Cup. And let's face it, look at that team. Kraft and Dummett at the back. You know what I mean? What a day that was, what a night that was. So hopefully we can produce another big memory here on Saturday night, because what a week that would be. 3 games, and if we could go unbeaten and get another win here, beat Chelsea, draw PSG, in brackets, asterisk 1. We know who the real winners that night, and back there. Yeah, cunt. And then Saturday here we could beat Man United as well. What a week that would be, and it would set us up nicely for what is again, I mean, every week's busy now, isn't it? What, we've got 10 games in 30 days. We'll play every midweek until the new year now, I think, isn't it? We've got Everton next Thursday, and then we've got Spurs away on the Sunday, so that's a really difficult few games. So let's get the big win here on Saturday night, boys and girls. Let's back the lads. They'll give it their all on the pitch again, and hopefully it'll be another famous night and a big 3 points, because this would set us up lovely for the rest of the season, really. Like I say, being in the mix with Man United, psychologically, the dressing room, what it would do, everything. So really excited for it. Like I said, I'll go for a 2-1 Newcastle win, but let's hope it could be a 4-3, it could be something mad. Depends what Nono turns up. It depends how tired the tune is. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. People, drop them down there. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.